All right. Hello. Good afternoon. What's up? How y'all doing? Praise the Lord. Today's a phenomenal day. Sad day, phenomenal day, but guess what? It is as it is. It'll be what it'll be. God is on the throne. He's gracious and he's kind. Hey, listen. Something that I've had kind of in the books I was going to talk about for a few weeks now. I didn't get around to it with all the craziness, everything that's been going on. And, I wanted to talk to my wife and make sure I wasn't tripping. But, hey, my wife and I, listen, advice from a young man who's been married for 4 years. I'm just getting started, right? But something that I see happen on Facebook, in social media, in public too, a lot actually. I've seen it quite a few times, and it's if you're on Reels whatsoever, you'll see craziness happening like this all the time. But I just want to touch on this topic, and it's correcting your spouse, especially correcting your spouse in public or on Facebook or on any social media in front of people. Can I tell you something? Speaking as a man, right? Speaking as 28-year-old male. Before I got married, one of the things my wife and I talked about, we didn't read the book Love and Respect, though I've been told about it a lot. One thing I made sure to tell my wife before we ever got married was, listen, I don't do well if I feel like you've disrespected me in front of other people. Now, my wife has full authority to correct me. If she feels I'm out of line on something, if she feels like I have overstepped or I've been too hard on the kids or I've been working too much or anything, my wife has full permission, full authority, full responsibility to correct me. Who better than to correct me than the one that I'm actually one flesh with, right? That being said, one thing, and kudos to my wife. I love you, boo. My wife does not correct me in front of other people. Ever. She'll wait until we're alone and then she'll correct me. If I say something reckless on Facebook that she disagrees with, which isn't often, but sometimes I'm getting a little reckless, right? And so sometimes she'll, hey baby, listen, what you posted earlier, I thought maybe you could have worded it a little differently. I didn't think it was quite right. And what that does for me is it tells me that my wife respects me. Like, that's her showing respect to me, and it is so valuable to me. And so again, short video. I know I've barely been married, right? 4 years I ain't even hit half a decade yet. But I love my marriage. And I think that husbands, wives, our marriage, it is second only to our relationship with God, right? You've seen that old umbrella, right? God, husband, wife, kids, right? My spouse is more important to me than my kids, more important to me than my job, more important to me than my church, more important to me than anything other than my own relationship with God, right? I should cherish that relationship. And I think one of the things that I see that is detrimental to marriages is women, wives, husbands, don't correct your spouse on Facebook. Don't correct your spouse in front of her friends or their friends. Don't feel the need to, if you guys are having problems, don't go posting it on Facebook for everybody to see, because I can tell you as a man, that wounds me, and it will destroy trust, right? And again, I'm giving advice as best that I can, what's worked for me and all that. But think about it, pray about it, and hey, those of you that have been married longer than I have, say something in the comments. Tell me if you think, hey, there are times where public correction of your spouse is necessary. Hey, correct me, please. Let me know. Give me advice. I need it. Hey, I need advice. And I need it from older men who've been married a lot longer than I have, been following Jesus a lot longer than I have. But hey, I just want to hop on here and say, listen, again, in the craziness of all of what's happening in the world, right? Don't forget that it's the little things. It's the little things, man. It's our marriage. It's our devotion to Christ. It's our devotion to our church. It's our devotion to our work. It's all these little things that build up. Make sure we're focusing on that and not just on the wild and craziness of the world. So, hey, stay in the process. Y'all have a wonderful night. God bless.